toujours été enragé. Violent. C'est comme ça qu'il parle, papa.
DNA of wild beasts. Anybody familiar with this, with Munchausen's by proxy? Yeah, so what do you guys think of this piece? You don't really know what the woman has done. You only get kind of snippets. You think that she might be the victim of her father, and then you find out that there were children involved, and you never really know what the whole story is. But what was this piece really about?
It's interesting because I actually thought that I figured out what it was about. I thought, but I'm probably wrong, but I thought that her father molested her and raped her, and she had children by her father and she killed them. That's what I thought, as a result of the Munchausen syndrome.
Yeah, with the paranoid delusion. Yeah. Fascinating, and that absolutely could be what they're going for. They don't expositionally spoon feed you, so you have to put the pieces together on your own. So congratulations on whatever idea you think happened. You're allowed to think that because they left it for those spaces to be filled.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Arrêtez, ça fait mal. Arrêtez!
Mais tu fermes ta gueule maintenant! On sait que c'est toi qui les as tués.
Interesting use of lighting in between the police station and not the police station. Anytime they're in a police station, it's very dim, the colors are very subdued, and then when she's away from the police station, it's light and bright and beautiful. The two parts of her life, the ugly part, where as a cop she has to deal with all this ugliness, and her personal life where she gets away from it.
Did anybody notice that she has great relationships with all the men in her life? And the only females she has relationships with, she's either on the phone and doesn't respond to their messages, or they're the one that she's having her issue with. What do you guys think about that? She's living in a guy's world, right? Especially as a police officer and a detective. Keep that hand up. This is something I noted. I make no judgment call on it. I'm just curious from the perspective of divulging in the film.
She was kind of laughing to the answering machine message, so I didn't see the opposites there. But yeah, she does get along well with all the men in her life.
She seems to have a great relationship with her father, who she sees at the end, and they have drinks and they garden together. And she seems to have a great relationship with the people who are, say, handing her the dossiers and chatting with her about what it means to be in this difficult world, right? And then the only female we ever see her really interacting with is this one person who she's trying to help, and who is so resistant to giving her an answer, a real honest answer about what happened.
I thought it was about having two separate lives and losing sight of the lines between them. The officer has her work life where she's very aggressive versus her private life where colors change and she's very maternal, and this, in the same way the other character had lost sight of reality, potentially thinking she was the victim versus the aggressor.
That's a really interesting point you make, especially because this one woman has her personal life pretty well packed. She sees her father, she seems to have friends because they're calling her on the phone wishing her happy birthday. She's clearly got an active life outside of her job, although her job does appear to be very heavy on her and a huge part of her life. And then she's talking to somebody else who has kind of taken a deep dive off of the world of reality in her domestic sphere. At least it seems that way. Did you notice that she has the whole thing about, you grabbed my hand and it hurts so much, and then when the cops come in, she's like, oh, it hurts my hand, she hurt my hand so much.
I thought it was a film about the complex relationship between a father and a daughter, and how thin the line is about showing love, and it was kind of nice to see that even the disturbed woman still loved her father.
And we don't even know if he was really a bad guy or all. They mentioned she has a paranoid delusion.
It might not even be real.
Yeah, he might not even be real. We don't know. Very complex for being less than 20 minutes long.